I'll be honest with you. It's been good not being in the States because there's an additional level of discrimination and oppression that as a Black woman that I feel in the United States. And being in South Korea, just it sort of takes you out of that pressure cooker for a little bit. I don't watch a lot of news that has to do with the States anymore. Haven't for about a year and a half. So I've been able to unplug from some of that. And so I don't hear about a lot of that over here unless, I'm talking to someone back at home and they might bring that to my attention. I don't have my social media set up to look at a lot of things that are happening. And, some of it can be maybe looked at as a bit of avoidance, which I think, is what we do a lot of times when we become not necessarily desensitized, but when we become so overwhelmed with the amount of hatred or the amount of discrimination that comes our way. And so not being in the thick of that every day, I didn't realize how harmful that was to my own nervous system, So not having to walk out and have somebody follow me in the store or, I barely see the police here. There aren't a lot of guns here. The rate of gun violence here is so low. So a lot of times when families come over here, they don't want to leave. Their children feel so safe over here. The crime is super low, so it's like I'm calmer, feel calmer. I can walk down the street and be okay. And there is a level of peace that most of us have over here that supersedes I think, calamity or even just the stress that can come with leaving your loved ones behind. To do that, we gain over here so much additional peace. So Black men aren't getting shot down over here. There are not a lot of guns here. All of those things helps me not to have to get up and be on guard today. So going into the work that I do, I don't even have all this additional stress on me as just a Black woman being in America. I'm not having to battle anybody politically. I'm not having to do any of that. So my level of stress is just way down. So then now I just have to deal with the stress of listening to people and, helping them to carry their trauma, their stress or their burdens. And that's what I'm trained to do. So I can do that and I can give myself time. I take off, when I need to. I do things that bring me joy outside of work. I make sure that I plug in and connect with other people because our connection with other people helps to, it does some great things to our brains to connect with other people. So I do those things that help me to build those hormones that, increase my happiness. And so just coming from the States, being an expat, there's a lot of benefits to not being at home. In addition to that, it's great healthcare over here. I went to the doctor, for example, and got a physical done. And this is the standard physical. It came with a brain scan. It came with an endoscopy, a colonoscopy. It came with ends of my thyroid. Like this was just the regular, and that cost me less than $100. And I had insurance, so it didn't cost me anything. But if I didn't have insurance and I had to pay out of pocket, it would have been like $90 to get a brain scan, to get blood work that targets tumors and cancer. To get all of these things done for me would have cost me $90. So the healthcare system over here is affordable, truly. And, all of those things, when I don't have to wait 5 months to, get an MRI, all of those things help to bring my stress level down. So let me give you another example. I called the doctor one day. I was having headaches. They said, well, you want to come in and get a scan? Come in and get an MRI? Like, just that day, just come in and do that. And so, again, there's so many things that have been so great here, like healthcare, taking care of my body, like all of those things that has helped me to not even have to de-stress as much as I had to do at home. I don't have to do that so much now.
Okay. Well, for those that are considering expat life, you heard it from someone that's experiencing and enjoying it at the moment.